Welcome to the Inner Chosen. And before we begin, let me ask you something. What if the reason you've been feeling tired, restless, or stuck isn't because you're failing, but because you're actually finishing? Because today you're going to learn what most people never realize until it's too late. How to recognize when your hardest season is ending, why forcing is blocking your blessings, and how to shift into the mindset and nervous system of someone who is finally ready to receive. So, if you've been doing the work, healing in silence, and wondering when life is going to meet you halfway, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly what's happening, what to stop doing, and what to start allowing. You're not here by accident. Let's begin. You don't need another sign to prove you're on the right path. You need permission to exhale. Have you noticed how the more you push, the heavier everything feels? Like you're fighting invisible resistance? That's not failure. That's often life telling you the same thing your spirit has been whispering. You've already done the part that required struggle. Think about what you've survived and who you've become in the process. The real work wasn't loud. It was the private choices, the boundaries, the healing, the discipline, the moments you didn't quit even when no one clapped for you. When you've done that kind of internal labor, there comes a point where grinding doesn't create more results. It only creates more tension. And here's the truth. Relaxing doesn't mean giving up. Relaxing means releasing control, releasing urgency, releasing the belief that blessings only arrive through exhaustion. When you relax, you stop interrupting the timing. You stop squeezing the life out of what's meant to flow toward you. So, if you've been feeling the urge to slow down, to be quiet, to step back, it may be because your season is changing. Sometimes the clearest sign that something big is coming is that you no longer have the energy to chase what you used to chase. Your system is preparing you for a different kind of power. Calm power. Let this be your reset. You are not behind and you are not late. You are arriving. Your work is done in the way that matters most, inside you. Now the only thing left is to stay open, stay steady, and allow life to meet you with what you've earned. You can feel it, can't you? Something is shifting. Not because the world suddenly became easier, but because you're entering a chapter where the lessons have been learned and the pressure starts to lift. There are moments in life when everything seems to pause, not to punish you, but to position you. Seasons change quietly. One day, you realize what used to trigger you doesn't have the same grip. What used to confuse you becomes obvious. What used to feel urgent starts to feel unnecessary. That's not you losing motivation. That's you outgrowing the version of life that demanded you suffer to feel worthy. And when a season changes, you don't always get fireworks. Sometimes you get stillness. Sometimes you get endings that don't make sense yet. Sometimes you get distance from people you thought would be permanent. But it's all part of the same spiritual weather. Things are clearing, so what's next can arrive without interference. This is why forcing doesn't work right now. You can't drag yourself into a new chapter while clinging to the habits of the old one. If you keep trying to move the way you used to, you'll feel blocked. But if you move with trust, if you let go, simplify, and follow what feels calm, you'll notice doors opening without you breaking yourself to knock. So take this as confirmation. You're not stuck, you're in transition. And transitions aren't meant to be fought, they're meant to be honored. Your next season isn't asking you to run harder, it's asking you to become available for the life that's finally ready to find you. You might have been calling it laziness, but it's not, it's completion. There's a difference between avoiding your purpose and arriving at the point where your soul has finished the heavy lifting. When the lesson is learned, the struggle doesn't feel productive anymore. It just feels loud, exhausting, and unnecessary. For a long time, your value may have been tied to effort. If you weren't pushing, you weren't progressing. But that belief was built in survival mode, not in alignment. Now, you're entering a stage where your growth is less about proving and more about embodying. You don't need to run yourself into the ground to deserve the next level. This is what it means to be complete. The inner foundation is set. Your standards have matured. Your discernment is sharper. Your patience is deeper. The real shift is that you're no longer motivated by fear. Fear of missing out, fear of falling behind, fear of not being enough. You're led by something steadier. So when you rest, You're not abandoning the mission. You're integrating the upgrade. Rest is where the nervous system learns safety again. Rest is where clarity rises without forcing. Rest is where your intuition gets loud enough to guide you cleanly. Let yourself feel proud without needing a dramatic achievement to justify it. You made it through what was meant to change you. That's why you feel different now. Not empty, finished, not lazy, ready. And what's coming next won't require you to bleed to receive it. If relaxing feels strange, it's because your system learned to live on alert. When you've been through chaos, peace can feel like a trick. The mind starts scanning for what's wrong because it's used to solving problems just to feel in control. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means you've been trained by intensity. Sometimes you don't even realize how much tension you carry until you try to let it go. The moment things get quiet, your thoughts get louder. You feel guilty for resting. You feel anxious when you're not doing. That discomfort isn't a sign that you should go back to pushing. It's a sign your nervous system is relearning safety. This is why the calm season can feel like a test. It exposes the belief that life only rewards struggle. It exposes the fear that if you stop, everything will fall apart. But the truth is, the constant movement might be the very thing blocking what's meant to arrive. You can't receive with clenched fists. Relaxation is not passive. It's a decision. A decision to stop chasing what's already aligning. A decision to trust that you don't have to monitor every detail for life to work out. A decision to let your energy soften so the right opportunities can approach without resistance. So, when you feel that uneasiness, don't run from it. Sit with it, breathe through it, teach your body a new message. I am safe even when I'm still. Because once your system accepts peace, your reality starts mirroring it. Quietly, steadily, and powerfully. Receiving isn't just luck showing up at your door, it's your capacity to hold what arrives without sabotaging it. You can want love, money, recognition, peace, and opportunity, but if your inner world still believes you must suffer first, you'll hesitate right at the moment life tries to hand it to you. That's why receiving is a skill. It's learning to accept without over-explaining, without shrinking, without feeling like you need to earn it again every single day. It's allowing compliments to land. It's letting support feel normal. It's saying yes to ease and not immediately searching for the hidden cost. For many chosen ones, the hardest part is not getting the blessing. It's trusting it can stay. The mind thinks, if I relax, I'll lose it. Or, if I enjoy this, something bad will follow. Those thoughts are old protection patterns, not prophecies. They're echoes from seasons where you had to be on guard. So, practice receiving in small ways. Accept help without apology. Celebrate progress without minimizing it. Let good news be good news. Give yourself permission to feel safe when things go right. The more your body learns that goodness is not dangerous, the more consistently goodness finds you. And here's the shift. Receiving isn't passive. It's active openness. It's choosing softness over control, trust over tension, gratitude over suspicion. When you master receiving, you don't just get what you want. You keep it, grow it, and let it bless you fully. Your most important work was never the visible hustle. It was the invisible rebuilding of your inner life. People may not understand why you're so tired or why you've changed, because they only measure effort by what they can see. But your real labor happened in the quiet places where no one could clap for you. You fought battles in your mind that would have broken other people. You made decisions that cost you comfort but saved your future. You learned to say no when the old you would have begged to be chosen. You'll know you're entering a receiving era because your reactions start to change before your circumstances do. Things that once pulled you into overthinking won't have the same power. You still notice what's off, but you don't lose yourself inside it. That calm isn't you not caring. It's you becoming emotionally sovereign. Another sign is that your desire to chase fades naturally. You stop forcing conversations, forcing outcomes, forcing people to understand you. It's not bitterness, it's clarity. You begin to realize that what's meant for you doesn't require you to perform, prove, or plead. Your energy pulls back because it's protecting what's growing. You may also notice a quiet separation happening. Certain friendships feel heavier, certain environments feel noisier, certain habits feel too small for you. It can feel strange, even lonely, but it's a sign your spirit is refining your space. When you're about to receive more, life starts removing what would contaminate it. Opportunities might start appearing in subtle ways. Random invitations, unexpected messages, small wins that feel too easy. Pay attention to that. Ease is a signal. Sometimes the first proof that you're aligned is that things stop requiring you to fight for every inch. Your path starts opening in a way that feels clean. And perhaps the clearest sign, you feel peaceful even without full details. You don't have the whole map, but you have enough trust to take the next step. That's readiness. That's alignment. That's the inner confirmation that what you've been waiting for is already moving toward you. When you're in a receiving season, forcing becomes the fastest way to delay what's meant to arrive. Forcing puts your nervous system into panic, and panic makes you make choices from fear instead of wisdom. It makes you grab at what isn't yours, settle too quickly, or overwork yourself trying to control the timing. Instead, you're being called into a different kind of power. Allowing. Allowing doesn't mean you do nothing. It means you do what's yours without trying to do what isn't. You show up, you stay consistent, you keep your integrity, and you stop trying to wrestle the universe into agreement. This is where trust becomes practical. You don't need to over-explain yourself to be understood by the right people. You don't need to chase to be chosen by what's aligned. You don't need to exhaust yourself to be rewarded. Your job is to stay receptive, not restless. So when you feel the urge to push harder, pause and ask, is this action coming from faith or from fear? If it's fear, slow down, breathe, recenter. If it's faith, it will feel steady, clear, and simple. Faith doesn't beg. Faith moves with dignity. Let it find you. Let the right door open without you breaking it down. Let the right person meet you without you shrinking to be acceptable. Let the right opportunity arrive without you sacrificing your peace. What's meant for you will recognize you, especially now that you've stopped hiding from your own worth. Before you go, take a deep breath and remember this: your season of forcing is ending and your season of receiving is beginning. You don't have to chase what's meant for you. Stay steady, stay open, and let life meet you with what you've earned. Now, I want you to participate. Choose one word that matches what you're claiming from this message and write it down in the comments. It can be something like received, peace, alignment, abundance, trust, or overflow. Pick the one that feels true for you right now and commit to it, beat. And if this video helped you, please support it using YouTube's new Hype feature. Tap Hype and help this message reach the people who need it most. I'm proud of you for being here. Keep going, softly, powerfully, and with faith.